Alright, welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Rail System. Today we're going to do the Fairmount line, a very quick one, so this won't be a very long video in comparison to the other ones. I do have a slight cold at the moment, so I apologize if my nasal sounds like a trumpet. But anyway, off we go. So as always, starting at South Station, and here is the Fairmount line. We will be heading down that now. So now we are outside of the electric lines. Just gonna head straight south out of Boston. A little back view of it. So over there's Back Bay and Ruggles and in the distance there. And then we'll get to the last three lines over there at some point. So first stop is Newmarket. Very simple station, two high-level platforms with a shelter down at the end. Staircase to get up to it. Just like in real life, this platform is elevated with staircases coming up to it. So a very simple station, most of them are. This was definitely one of the easiest lines to make. And then we head through this tunnel here. And next stop is Uphams Corner. So just like the other one before, two high-level platforms with the high-level shelter. The one on the inbound side is shorter, or longer rather, and staircase to get up to it. Now these won't all be accurate. Some of them actually have a staircase to get down to them. I'm pretty sure this one is going up to it, if I remember correctly. So there's Uphams Corner. And like in real life, the stations are very close together. Of course, like I've said before, the scaling is not accurate. And the way I connected the track up to Readville is over a relatively short distance, so I had to fit all the stations into that short distance. You can see Forest Hills over there in the distance. So we just have Hyde Park and Readville to go. And this one is Four Corners, Geneva. This one is kind of unique. It has a platform on the inbound side that extends further past the outbound side, so they only overlap for a little bit here. This is one where you'd walk down to it from street level, so this is backwards to get up to it, just because of how I built it into the topography. And I just added a little stone wall here to represent the wall that is along the outbound platform, along with the reverse image of the staircase leading up to it, where in reality it's leading down to it. And you can enter and exit on both sides. And it is on a corner in real life, but obviously can't do that in Minecraft. Very easily, at least. Yep, so that's Uphams Corner. And then next here, Talbot Avenue. This one, I believe, is also realistic to walking upstairs to get to it. So you come up to the platform, two high-level platforms, symmetrical on each side, an extended shelter area on both sides, and a staircase to get back down. And I did mess with the staircases a little bit just to get to the topography, so that way it didn't end up going into the water. In reality, the staircases do parallel the station to get up to it, but I just wanted to put two on each side here so that you could get to the land on either side. So this station kind of acts as a bridge between the islands here, so you don't have to go through the water. And of course right here, you can just hop off the topography and get right onto the platform. Yep, so that is Talbot Avenue. Alright, and up next here is Morton Street. Now this station is actually level to the ground on the, I forget which one it is. It's either the outbound side or the inbound side. I'm pretty sure it's this side, the outbound side, or rather the inbound side, where you can just walk right up to the platform from the parking lot and you're already at the high level area. And on the other side, I might have gotten it backwards, but on the other side, you walk down a staircase from a bridge that goes overhead, and that's how you get down to the platform on the other side. But regardless, 2 high-level platforms, both with a shelter. Shelter is by the end of the platform on the inbound side, and the shelter is midway through the platform on the outbound side. So that is Morton Street. I could have made it more realistic and put the bridge in, but it was not a very essential piece of the platform, so I decided not to include it. Alright, and then things get a little more interesting here. So this is Blue Hill Avenue. In order to get the tracks to line up with the Franklin line, I had to elevate them here in preparation for the final stretch. So Blue Hill Avenue is a newer station. It is a single platform. There's 1 track on either side. Only did 1 track per branch, though, so I only have the 1. So it's got a high-level shelter, and on either side there is a staircase that goes up to the street level. So in this case, because of the topography, I just have it going down. It's a pretty cool staircase. It's very long in real life. Has surrounded by a fence and a ceiling, so relatively speaking, this is what it would look like getting onto the platform, just coming down the stairs instead. So still pretty simple. Got the 2 shelters, and in this one I do go up a little bit just to get over the track, but then I have it come down to meet with the land over here. So that's how you would get on and off the station platform through these staircases here. Of course, if you're walking, this won't happen to you. You just walk right down. So that is Blue Hill Avenue. And then we have Fairmount. This is the only, besides Readville, this is the only ground level platform on the station, on the line. But it does go up to a high level boarding area on the end here, with a pedestrian overpass that is partially covered on the staircase. And I added a little bridge here so that you could actually access the platform, since it's kind of just in the middle of nowhere. So the only way on and off is to get over here, and then, you know, realistically you can just walk across, but in reality, the only real way to get across is to cross this bridge here and get down. You would actually be at the parking lot right here in reality. So I just added the bridge to connect to it on that side. So we get a little aerial shot. There's Fairmount. And then finally, Readville. We've seen it before in 2 other videos. Very simple platform here. Got the low level with the high level boarding area and shelter, as well as a shelter on the low-level area. I offered 2 ways to get up to the platform. You can come down from the general land topography over here, lots to explore. And if you want to get to the other platforms, you have to take this staircase over here. So I'll just get a little aerial view. So once again, this track does connect up to the Franklin line here in real life, so it goes over a bridge, but the bridge is supposed to be at the other end of this platform for the Providence-Stoughton line, so that's the misplacement that I mentioned before. Due to the way I laid it out, I wanted this station to be up against the topography so I could place it and have it look nicer. And then I forgot that I was building into a mountain, so therefore I had to move the Providence-Stoughton line outside, which made it not as good for placement. So yep, you just come down to these staircases if you want to get to the Providence-Stoughton line, as shown before. With signs directing you everywhere you want to go. And you come down here if you want to get to the Franklin and Foxborough branch. So, very nice looking junction. And that is the end of the Fairmount line. Up next, I will start to work on the Southeast Mass branches, like the Middleborough-Lakeville line, Kingston-Plymouth line, and Greenbush line. So they are completed, and I will showcase the Middleborough Lakeville line next week.